Hello. This might need to be a little bit lower. I'm supposed to be in a lab coat, but I was late, so please just pretend I look a bit more official than I actually do. I'm Dr. Alice Brough, and I'm a former livestock vet. And whilst working in the pig industry for several years, flagging malpractice often did not, as you might hope, rectify the issues. Instead, I was banned from farms. So now I'm a whistleblower, and what I've come to blow the whistle on today, very briefly, please bear in mind, very briefly, are the devastating impacts of animal agriculture on nature. There are things you'll already be familiar with. Over half our land here, about 85% of our farmland, is used to produce animal products. So the 76% of farmland that could be freed up for rewilding, the key solution to all our problems here today, instead hold all the things we know to be bad. Monocultures, GMOs, that whole list of EU-banned pesticides and polluting fertilizer. Animal farming is categorically the #1 driver of deforestation, eutrophication, ocean dead zones and habitat loss, and one of the greatest emitters of greenhouse gases. This is not fringe science. As a pig vet, most of my visits left me tight-chested and red-eyed from all the ammonia, a dangerous air pollutant. About 145 million tonnes of livestock waste is produced each year in the UK and spread on land. So what's in it, other than the obvious? Pig buildings are washed down with detergent and disinfectant chemicals. In order to keep them alive and productive, pigs are pumped full of pharmaceuticals, vaccines, hormones, antibiotics, of which 75 to 90% remain unchanged in excreta. So active drugs are ending up in our land and our water, along with resistant pathogens, many zoonotic and harmful to wildlife. What else? Toxic fly bait, acids, maybe a few dead rodents. It's no coincidence that the group showing the steepest decline in abundance in this report today are farmland birds. Wildlife are being shot, trapped and poisoned indiscriminately on farms. What else might be sliding down those slats on a pig farm? Rotting bits of pig that might have evaded the dead bin. Over 50,000 pigs die each week in the UK on farms, not the ones that are slaughtered, on farms. One species alone. What happens to all those bodies? They're incinerated or rendered, collected by the knacker lorry. Lorries, in and out, all day, every day, all over the country. I could easily clock 40,000 miles in my diesel vehicle as one vet. Add to that the fossil fuels required for transporting animals, feed, running industrial slaughterhouses, cold storage, manufacture of fertilizers, pharmaceuticals, machinery, firearms and imports. The energy required is phenomenal. What else is in the slurry? Perhaps the odd needle, catheter, latex glove. Microplastics have now been found in the blood and flesh of farmed animals. It's no surprise. Packaging for these products has to be plastic or they will literally kill people. Vets' disposable overalls, meds, blades, chemical bottles, feed bags, etc. all plastic, some being burned on farms illegally, others ending up in the food chain or environment. As someone who was carrying out farm inspections, let me tell you there is a serious lack of oversight and consequence. So schemes put in place may not necessarily have the desired effect. DEFRA rely very heavily on industries to self-police and stakeholders drive policy. Despite what we know, livestock production is still increasing. We almost double the global average of meat in this country. Our government provides the majority of animal farm profits through subsidies, but we also have a part to play. The less but better message that I see so often may actually be doing more harm than good. It's feeding apathy and confusion. And I really want to stress this, better does not equal good. In fact, when it comes to animal farming and fishing, better usually still means very, very bad. There are countless reasons why I'm vegan, as of 2017, and not just eating organic and free-range meat. Free-range animals, for one, require more land. We've heard a lot about land today. Regenerative farming, a buzzword. in a capacity that would actually allow natural ecosystems to flourish would probably provide us about 1 steak each a year. A review of 100+ studies found that when livestock are removed from land, the abundance and diversity of almost all groups of wild animals increases. And what about local animal products? For pasture-fed ruminant meat, transport accounts for only 0.5 to 2% of emissions. Nearly there. So my point is, animal products are not sustainable. Get behind this like your life depends on it, because it actually does. We must help our food producers, our farmers, by being honest about the future that we face, supporting them to transition rather than marching them blindfolded into the path of the oncoming train that is ecological collapse. Chris Packham, dear Chris, wherever he is, just asked the question, is it time to break the law to save our planet? And look, if we've reached that point, surely we can accept that we need to simply change what we eat. Even if every other problem was solved overnight, our food system would still shoot us way beyond the critical 2 degrees warming. NGOs, I want to thank you all for being here. My message to you is this: waiting for policy change on this will be decades too late. Urgent and drastic food system change is required. Please do not skirt around it. Have courage to go against the status quo, and please never apologise for an accurate tweet. In all seriousness, if we all step up simultaneously with an accurate and clear message, it's very difficult to dismiss that message, and it makes it much easier and safer for people to portray honest science. And what I really want to get across is that it's impossible to save nature without addressing animal farming, and there really mustn't be a fishing sector. All the data we could ever need is already available. It's just drowned out by misinformation from those selling a product. Please remember that. To truly value life, we must value all life. And to give nature the best chance, we must stop slaughtering it. Today's message: nature doesn't have a voice, but we do. My message: billions of farmed animals are literally screaming. They have a voice, we just need to listen. Thank you.